Итак, Александр, идем как белые люди. Да, по Сан-Пасу.
Показывали всем дули, короче.
Потому что, да, у нас приорити.
Приорити, мы наложили на всех,
по идее, по идее, необходимо было стоять 70 минут.
Да, подогнал, все это надо. Так, и здесь...
Это я понимаю, проход.
Я понимаю, проход для белых людей. Для украинцев. Тоже
можем себе позволить, да?
Конечно, можем. Просто я 20 минут на входе потерял.
О, видишь, везде белым людям. Ну ничего, постоим. Ну, по крайней мере, тут уже чуть-чуть. По сравнению с тем, что было.
Небо и земля.
Александр, ты хочешь на таком покататься?
Конечно, конечно.
Да, такой мощненький.
Before we head out, just a few reminders. Please make sure you're staying seated at all times. If you get a little bumpy, there is some rough brush and some of it has thorns. Also, make sure you hold on tight to anything or anyone that you don't want to lose, because if anything or anyone falls out, I am not allowed to stop. And if you look above, you'll see an animal spotting guide. That's just a few of the animals we might see out here in the reserve today. Now, is this anybody's first safari? Got a couple people. Are you guys excited? You could be louder than that. Are you guys excited? Yeah! Okay, good. Alright, so the first part we're going to head into is the Atiri Forest. It's home some animals that are really good at camouflage, so if we're keeping our eyes open, we might find something. Look right over here on your left, there's a bongo. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest. They have a laid-back horn structure, which helps one quickly and quietly through the underbrush. So they're so quiet, a lot of times we don't even know they're there. And then right here on your left, there's some greater kudus. Greater kudus are the second largest antelope in all of Africa. They're really shy animals, so they stay hidden back behind the trees and the bushes. So it's actually pretty neat with them up close like this. They're usually way in the back where we can't really see them at all.
По запаху видно, что кто-то там есть. Я же лев, что льва за яйца.
Тебя выкинем. Давай с этой тазика.
And if you guys look over here to your left, there's a black rhino. Really lucky to be able to see a black rhino because there's only about 5,000 left in the entire world. They're heavily poached for their horns and made of keratin, which is the same thing that makes up our hair and our fingernails. They can weigh about 3,000 pounds and run to 35 miles per hour. Some places around the world that the keratin from a rhino's horn serves medicinal value, but it's actually been proven it serves no value at all. So unfortunately, rhinos are being poached for absolutely nothing. You might feel a little dip in the back. And now we're gonna head towards the Safi River. Looks like we hit some traffic. You guys look up there too, right? There's a hippo down there in the water. Hippos are actually the most dangerous, violent, and territorial animals in all of Africa. They can weigh about 5,500 pounds and hold their breath for up to 8 minutes underwater. Only come up for just a second to get some air, then they go right back down. And hippos don't actually swim, they gotta bounce from the bottom of a river, kind of like walking on the moon. And a group of hippos is called a bloat. And then And over here on your left, on the island in the middle, you'll see the pink-backed pelicans. They get their pink color during the mating season, which in Africa is typically around the springtime. And they also have a wingspan of up to 9 feet, which is wider than this truck. Guys, now we're coming up to a place where you want to make sure you're staying seated, because remember, if anything or anyone falls out, I am not allowed to stop. And this is definitely somewhere where you don't want to fall out. Coming up on your left, you guys will see the Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles can grow about 20 feet in length, which almost as long as a giraffe is tall. They have a bite force of 2,000 pounds per square inch. A lot of times you'll see them with their mouths open. That's because they don't have sweat glands like you and I do, so that's to regulate their body temperature. They can hold their breath for up to 2 hours underwater and weigh up to 500 pounds. Some of them can also run about 10 miles per hour, which is faster than this truck can go, so let's get out of there.
Да, небольшая пробочка у нас там организовалась. Да, все животные, которые тут есть, да, они...
Это давно, как в Киевском зоопарке.
Да, конечно.
Да?
Когда там был последний раз?
Ну, когда слон был.
Нет, там есть.
And if you guys look over here to your right, you'll see the baobab tree. It's also known as the upside down tree. It looks like those roots are up there at the top. And it's leafless for 9 months out of the year. And I'm not really sure which 3 months it has leaves, but at least we know it's not April. Inside that big trunk, it'll store water throughout the year. Elephants to come through. They'll both test right through it and drink the water right out. And now we are headed down towards the savannah. It's part of the Serengeti grasslands, and it's one of my favorite places out here in the reserve. It's also into some of my favorite animals, like some giraffes. There's some giraffes there in the center. We'll see if we can get a little bit closer to them as we go around.
Парковского периода. Они висячку пробуют.
So if you guys look over there to your right, you'll see those giraffes. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the entire world. They can grow about 18 to 20 feet tall. A newborn baby giraffe at birth is about 6 feet tall. It'll drop straight down to the ground, kind of a rough start to life. And within about 15 minutes, it's already up walking around with the rest of the family. And a group of giraffes is called a tower. Giraffes only sleep for about 30 minutes a day, but they eat for up to 20 hours a day. And their tongues can grow up to 18 inches long. Right over here on your right, really close to the truck, you'll see some water bucks. Water bucks like to stay near water and live near water, so their skin produces this oily substance which makes them waterproof, but also makes them smell really, really bad. And that's actually one of the ways they defend themselves. They smell so bad, animals usually won't go anywhere near them.
There's a baby one. Look at the baby. Mama, I don't want the baby. Mama, look at that baby on the floor.
Alright, so guys, look over here to your left. There's some white-bearded wildebeest. Wildebeest in Afrikaans means wild beast. They're also known as gnu, spelled G-N-U, for the low-growing sounds they make, which sounds like new. And they also have one of the largest migration patterns in the entire world, migrating in groups of up to 1.5 million at a time. And then over here on the right, the animals with some really big horns. Those are Ankole cattle. They're also known as Watusi cattle. They were first domesticated by the Watusi tribe, and they're the only domesticated animals out here in the reserve. And those horns might look really heavy, but they're not. They have a honeycomb structure on the inside, which helps keep them cool and regulate their body temperature. And those horns can also go about 6 feet apart. And there's one over here on your right. There's also one on the left. Those are Patterson's eland. They're the tallest and largest antelope in all of Africa. A full-grown male shoulder height can stand about 6 feet tall, and they can also jump 6 feet right up in the air without a running start. See if we can get a little bit closer to the giraffes coming up over here on the left. Coming up over here on your right, there's an elephant. Elephants are really social animals who like to stay in big herds. The only exception to that is males. When they reach the age of 13 or 14, they'll go off on their own because they're a little too dangerous for the rest of the herd. So that one right there is probably a male, because it looks like he's over here all by himself. If you look over your right shoulder, you can see him again. A little bit closer. As we go to this bridge right here, if you look on your left and your right, you'll see some dust marks on that red clay. And that's how there might have been some more elephants that came through here. Elephants like to eat red clay to get the vitamins and the minerals that they need. There's one over there on the left. I can't stop right through here, but we can go kind of slow. Sometimes you'll see elephants flapping their ears. That means they're a little warm, so they'll do that to cool themselves down, and that can actually reduce their body temperature by about 15 degrees. And sometimes the very Coming up over here on your left, you'll see the greater flamingos. They're the tallest of all flamingos and also the lightest in color. And they get that pink color from the brine shrimp that they eat. And a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. And that's my favorite view on the whole reserve right there. Wait to get the truck in it. Look how cool that is. The entire world, there's one on the rocks right over here too. They can run up to 70 miles per hour, but they can only hold that speed for just a few seconds before they have to stop and rest. And they're known as the most effective hunters here in Africa for their speed and their great sense of eyesight. And they use that eyesight to hunt in the daytime, while other cats like lions will hunt in the nighttime using their sense of smell. And cheetahs are the only large cats that purr. So there's two more over here on your left in the far back corner. Means wide for their wide-shaped mouths, while black rhinos have more of a beak-shaped mouth. And white rhinos can actually only see about 5 feet off to the sides. Everything after that is just kind of a big blur. We're from 16 to 20 hours a day. In a typical pride, there's about 6 to 8 females with one male. The females do most of the hunting, they'll hunt in groups, while the male stays back to protect the pride. And a lion's roar can be heard from up to 5 miles away.
5 miles away?
Hind kick of a zebra can actually break the jaw of a lion. And they are black with white stripes when they are from their nose and their feet. Coming up over here on your left and your right, there's some ostrich. Ostriches are the largest birds in the entire world. They're completely flightless, but they can run about 40 miles per hour. Water. They get the water from the vegetation that they eat. In the 1980s, they were officially declared extinct, but they have been reintroduced in Senegal, so the numbers are still increasing, but there's still not many out there. And the temperature has to reach about 114 degrees before they even start to sweat. And right here on your right, these two white birds laying down, those are yellow-billed storks. They're the only carnivorous birds out here in the reserve. Festival, the Lion King, the #1 rated show in all of Walt-Disney-World, and it's right here in Africa. Now those two gates right there do mean that we are almost back to the village. So check those seats, make sure you're not leaving anything behind. Don't leave any cell phones, cameras, wallets, family members. It could be a long time before you get them back. And be sure to come back because no two safaris are the same.